everybody, it is I, Lita. I hope you're all amazing, and if you are not, I hope my video puts a smile on your beautiful faces and makes you laugh. Boy, it's friggin' hot in my room. The heating's like up so high because it's winter where I am and it's summer for everyone else, so this video is just not gonna make sense because summer, it's time for the summer update. La 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 la. This week I'm going to be giving you guys a update on the summer anime 2015 I'm currently watching. There has been loads and loads of changes with me watching, so currently at the moment I'm watching 8 in total. So I know I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. I'm going to be splitting this in 2 different videos. This one's in part 1 and then the other one's going to be part 2 where I'm talk about 4 animes in this one and then 4 in the other one. Enough of silly Lita rambling on. Let's just get talking anime! One of the very first shows I have been watching this summer season is under a particular genre name. Shoujo! Yes! Shoujo! And that show I've been watching is Akagami Shirayuki Haim, or aka known as Snow White with the Red Hair. Can I just say, firstly, oh my god! This is a shoujo romance fantasy. Like, oh my god, how can you say no to that? And like, oh, this show has given me the major feels since I first started watching it. The story is about a girl named Shirayuki, and she was born with red hair. She comes from a city called Tamburan and she makes a living being a herbalist. And unfortunately, the prince of that country finds out about her and wants to make her her concubine. So in order to avoid this, she ends up cutting off her hair and she ends up leaving the city of Tamburan and going off elsewhere. Shirayuki has no idea where she's going. She ends up taking refuge in an abandoned house. And within a few moments, this glorious prince named Zen comes flying over the wall. She ends up befriending Zen and he ends up saving her from the wretched Prince of Rajiv of the city of Tamburan. He's a friggin' asshole. And she ends up going to Zen's fellow country because she finds out he's a prince. I don't think I can fully express how much I am loving this anime right now. It's only 12 episodes long, but I just found out there is going to be a 2nd season airing next year. Seriously, the whole first episode was just like perfect to me. It was just perfect. The way the characters were introduced, the way the story was set out, we knew where we were heading with this anime, and oh my god, seriously. First I'm gonna say, I love Shirayuki. I think everybody who's watching this series at the moment is like in love with Shirayuki. She's just kind of blown me away from from episodes 1 to 4 at the moment that's currently aired. She's definitely a woman you don't want to trample with, and she's pretty much got a lot of balls. Yeah, she's got a lot of balls, and she's definitely someone that can take care of herself. I would not want to get in her way. Seriously, it's like, hey, get out of my way. Yep, red hair girl, get out of my way. That's kind of the vibe I get from her. I love Shirayuki. She is definitely a very strong heroine character. I think she's super sweet, and she's got this mixture of this very serious side, and then she's got this really sweet, caring, angelic kind of side. So I really, really love her. And let's just talk about Zen, Prince Zen. Now, I've seen a lot of princes in animes that don't exactly live up to a reputation of what a prince is supposed to be. Until Zen came along. Zen, he is a full prince through and through. That first episode when he came jumping over the wall in glitter and glamour, I was just, you know, I love his character. Like, it's how a prince is supposed to be. Just fits the criteria of a prince. You know, it's just so refreshing to see in that kind of anime genre for a shoujo. Like, seriously, it's just refreshing. I really love the idea of the whole plot. I really love where the anime is going at the moment. Currently at the moment, Shirayuki is trying to become a court herbalist for Prince Zen. Every episode just fills me with feels and just makes me so happy. I'm always excited every week for a new episode to come out. I'm like jumping for joy. I love the animation. I think the animation is engaging, visually colourful, and so bright. I love it. And I think the opening and the ending theme songs to the anime as well is really cute. And it's the opening song to Akagami Shoujo has definitely been stuck in my head for a while. Any shoujo fans that are not watching this show by now, I think you need to go hide in a closet and have a good think of why you aren't watching this show, because it's the shit. It is the shoujo shit, this show. Seriously. Just go watch it. So the next show I'm going to be talking about involves some mecha and robots. Because I really, really love the mecha genre. I'm just a huge fan of like any mecha anime. And of course, I had to pick Aquarion Logos. Now this series is a third adaptation in the Aquarion series, and this anime was made to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Aquarion series, because Aquarion series started back in 2005. So I was really, really excited for this series. I didn't think this would actually get a third adaptation, but this show's not had a lot of huge hype this season, obviously, because if no one's seen the first 2 seasons, why are you going to watch the third one? Wasn't exactly a plot to this anime in the beginning. Like, when I was looking through AniChart for a plot, and there wasn't one until I went through so many different blog sites and I finally got myself a good rundown of what this anime is about. So, to break it down simply, about an organisation called Davia, and they've appeared in the last 2 Aquarion series. And Davia is the organisation that created the mecha robot Aquarion. And the main enemy in this anime is words. Because from the first episode you see this evil guy with a book, and he ends up bringing up different words like love and illness in the language of kanji, in Japanese I believe. And he ends up injecting this purple stuff in a syringe into the word. And basically he's corrupting words. The word is turned against humanity, and it affects humans in a very negative way, you know, like love, you know, it ends up turning hateful, breaking up couples and that. Eventually that word ends up being so corrupted it ends up disappearing from the world completely, it becomes non-existent. The words actually end up manifesting into paper things, which are like this. I thought that was really creepy at first. There's a group of young pilots end up fighting these manifested words in this hyper dimension, so it's not destroying Earth, and that is the best explanation I can give you. I do have mixed feelings about this show, but I'm still loving it at the moment. Episode 1 was very confusing. There wasn't a clear outline of the plot. Not until you get up to episode 2 and 3 where it becomes simplified and you kind of get what's going on. But it took me ages to get used to the plot. But character-wise, there's not a lot of development with characters at the moment. It seems that nearly every episode there is at least one character that gets the spotlight. Character-wise, there's not a lot of great development. Probably the only character I really like at the moment is Kakono. I think that's how you say her name. She's really shy and sweet and doesn't really, you know, say much. Always ends up typing on her phone exactly what she wants to say in that, and I like her. She's very cute, but one character that bugs me is the main male protagonist, which is Akira. He's got one of the lamest anime haircuts on a character I've ever seen since I've started watching anime. Just no. I swear, if anime brings out a really lame design of hair like that on a character again, I will go stunk my head in a toilet. And also his personality. This dude, the only personality he's got is when he says, "I'm the savior. I will save the world." And you can see it in the palm of his hands. That's all you get from him. He's pretty bland at the moment. I'm hoping his character develops more, but at the moment, He's not doing anything for me. Although, I do love the animation. I think it's amazing, as it has been in every Aquarion series. It's brightly, visually engaging. Love it. I love the design for the mecha robot for Aquarion. I can't deny that. It has to be a more modernized version. Of course it had to be, because this series is supposed to be a more modernized Aquarion series. There was one funny thing about this series that I did notice. One of the attacks of Aquarion is Infinity Punch, and that was from Aquarion Evolve, the second series. And I noticed in episode 1 the same attack was used, but it's called Infinity Fist. Didn't they come up with a great name? All round, I'm still kind of enjoying this show. I'm going to see where it goes. Of course I'm going to see the rest of it, but if you like mecha and maybe an interesting plot involving words, this might be for you. The third anime we're going to be talking about. We're going to the dark side, guys. The dark side. We're going Gangster! The show wasn't even on my list. The show has had so much hype that I just gave in to that hype and just watched the first episode. I usually don't, but I just thought, what the heck, let's just check this shit out, and I'm so glad I did. Oh my god. This anime lives up to the name of what the show is about, Gangster. It's got drugs, it's got prostitutes, it's got loads of gory and violence. If you do not like these things, I don't recommend you watch this show. Basically, this anime is about our two main male protagonist characters, which is Warwick and Nicholas. And they are two handymen, and they make up the pair Beiringa. I think that's how you say it. And they take on the dirty jobs that no one wants to do. In this show, there involves dirty cops and, you know, the mafia and that. So they basically end up doing jobs for the mafia and the dirty cops. Episode 1, I was just kind of blown away at like how hardcore this show really was and how deep it got into it. I love, freaking love the two male main characters. Warwick, he's got this sophisticated charm, but then he's got this very dark side of him I've seen. And, seriously, if you ask me out on a date, I'd go. Definitely. I'm digging the whole eye patch thing as well. He's definitely a smarty bean. Smarty man, definitely. But my favourite, I'm sorry, Warwick, is Nicholas. Seriously. He blew me away when he just, you know, in the first episode, kicked in that police car, and I didn't realise that until halfway through the episode, he was deaf. I love the whole idea on his character that he's deaf. And he is scary as shit. Seriously, he is scary as shit. No, seriously, he sends goosebumps down my spine. Like, the first episode I was watching, he sent goosebumps down my spine. I just love everything about him. Everything. He's become one of my main favourite characters of this summer season. Seriously. That man. Every episode, there's always based on a different job they end up doing, and we've been seeing a bit of their past as well. So that's very dark as well, and I'm really loving it. So I'm really loving to see where this is going. One character I don't mind is actually Alex, the prostitute they end up taking in. I don't mind her. I thought she would irritate me, thought she'd be like this useless character that's going to have no airtime, no nothing, but I don't mind her. Hopefully we get to see a bit about her past and where she's from. For now, she's okay. So if you don't mind a bit of violence, drugs, prostitutes, I highly recommend this show for you. If not, I don't recommend this show for, you know, youngsters. Really not. This show is the shit too. This show is definitely the shit this season, and oh damn. I get really excited every time Nicholas comes on in each episode. Should Lita be going gangster? And the last anime I'm going to be talking about for part 1 of this video is some military mixed with fantasy. What could that concoct up? It is the anime Gate. Now, I was really excited about this show I didn't think it would get much hype, but I've noticed that a lot of interest has been taken into it. Pretty much in episode 1, the story is explained about what this anime is about. This mysterious portal opens up in Japan, and all these Roman-like soldiers and monsters come flying through it and starts attacking people. And of course the army, you know, stops them and that, but then this special forces regiment is sent in to go through the portal and explore the new world that is beyond our. And the person who leads this regiment is second in lieutenant in command, 33-year-old Itama, where secretly as a hobby, he is actually a otaku. He loves anime shit. Go to explore the new world. They end up meeting up with these 3 different people, which is an elf girl named Tuka, a goddess known as Rory, and a sorcerer known as Layla, and somehow they end up becoming part of their team. So that's all I really know about the plot. We don't know much about the enemy. I am really enjoying this show at the moment. I love the idea of fantasy mixed with military. You know, pretty much the battles in this anime are over, you know. The military squashed those Roman soldiers like swatting a fly off a window, you will notice. I'm really keen for where this anime is leading up to. It took a while through episodes 2 and 3 to get to the certain point of where I wanted it to be, to introduce the 3 main characters that are supposed to join the military team. So, I mean, I'm hoping to see a bit of character development. I am loving Rory with that scythe and her gothic Lolita she's supposed to be classed as. I friggin' love her. I love her personality. She's probably got the most personality. Tuka, I think she's going to end up being this sweet, angelic kind of personality. And I do like Layla. You know, she looks like definitely kind of a smarty bean. As they've entered a different world, it's so funny, their reactions to the militaries, all their gear, all their vehicles, all their stuff. It's just so funny. I found that really amusing and kind of adorable at the same time. I love the opening theme to this anime. Holy crap. It's just so catchy. I love it. I really, really do. I think the first time I heard it, I instantly put it on my iPod, and I've been replaying it for probably the last 2 weeks. So I think that's my favourite song out of the summer season at the moment. I don't mind the ending theme. I think it's a little bit overly cutesy for me, but yeah, it's a bit overly cutesy, but still it's enjoyable to listen to. I really love the animation to this series. It's clear, colourful, and refreshing, kind of. It's not got this big boldness in your face like Gangster does. Right, well, that is it for this video. Those are all my thoughts on the current 4 animes I'm watching. I'm going to be doing a part 2 to the other 4 animes I'm watching as well this season. So get ready for that. I should have that video out in the next few days, but you're going to have to bear with me because I know I took a long time editing. I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. If there's any of the shows that I mentioned in this one that you've wanted to check out but you've not been sure of, I'm hoping I have piqued your interest. Please comment below. Are you watching any of the shows I'm watching? Do you think they're good? Do you think we should just shove them down the toilet? Please let me know. As always guys, don't forget to subscribe for more craziness and become a part of the Kino family. I will see you in a few days. See you in the next video. Bye!